Hello and welcome to the newest episode of The Thread. My name is Ben, aka the Disney Film Nerd, aka Grizzly Says. What everybody? And I'm here with the Abuelo Comics.
Dun, 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 dun. Captain Frijoles.
Captain Frijoles. I was like, I think he was about to go into the Indiana Jones theme. Harrison Ford's like, nah, no one can do it. Did you hear? Speaking of Indiana Jones, you know they're making another one, right?
Ooh, I heard they were going to reboot it. I don't know about if they're going to be a sequel.
I heard he's going to be Indy still. That's what I heard. And I heard that he says that he wants the role to die with him. Which is not a bad idea when you think about it.
I honestly,
Yeah.
it's whatever, man. It's going to be Hollywood. We have no control over it.
No.
Fuck it. In 30 years, there'll be a fucking reboot. Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Of course, by then we won't even care.
By then, nobody will care.
Hey.
We'll be too old to care anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I think that they had a chance with Chris Pratt at one point.
Chris Pratt could have been the new Indy.
Yeah, a while back. Not anymore. You know, he even could have been Han Solo if they really, I don't know if they offered it to him, but he should have been. He's more Harrison Ford than anything.
Which one?
Chris Pratt. I
Chris
think
Pratt.
he could have played Han Solo.
I mean, he did that dinosaur movie, Jurassic
Yeah, and
Park,
he was pretty
right?
good.
Yeah.
I thought he was very much, Harrison Ford-like, Very much, what do they call him? A dirty, rotten nerf herder, basically.
I don't know. Listen, man. I mean, have you seen Jumanji? I mean, you could have Rock, B&D.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Ball-headed Indy, right?
Yeah, no, thanks.
I mean, listen, he's
Saying one-liners and looking at the camera, flexing his muscles at the same time.
and giving you the corporate eyebrow.
Yeah, exactly. Look, trademark. Dwayne, The Rock, quotations, Johnson.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man. The fucker has so many fucking movies. Like, he is like the new... Oh, we were just talking about him. He is the new
Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny that now that you said that, he is the new Nicolas Cage. Where Nicolas Cage, even not anymore now, but I feel like in the early 2000s, he was in every single movie you could think of.
Every fucking single movie.
What he had? Bangkok Dangerous. At the same time that he had Ghost Rider. At the same time that he had Gone in 60 Seconds. At the same time he had, I can't remember. Well, I'll stand by one thing. I think he would have made a good Clark Kent.
Oh, yuck.
I think he would have made a good Clark Kent.
No way.
Hell yeah. Have you seen that doc?
Listen.
I gotta pull that doc out of stories to show you.
Listen, no.
He would have totally made a good Clark Kent.
Listen, let's move on.
Dude, I'm just saying, look, Michael Keaton, no one thought Michael Keaton would be an amazing Batman. Am I right?
We see what Nicolas Cage looks like, and he is not Clark Kent, man.
He could have been a good Clark Kent. I'm just saying. The
And
pictures that we've seen, do you see in the documentary with him wearing the suit? And then
that was disgusting.
Dude, I was like, he might have something there. No one would ever fucking believe that this guy is Superman. That's the truth. Am I right?
Listen.
You look at Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's awesome. I know you hate him.
Hey, no, I don't hate him,
But
I just, it's,
You don't like him.
He's stereotyped. He's Superman, bro.
he's awesome, though.
He's Superman. He's
For
stereotyped.
me, yeah, but he's the perfect looking Superman. He looks like a comic book. Am I right?
He's perfect.
Yeah. Same thing.
I have no hate for him. It's just my only hate is that it's the Justice League movie, man. It's the whole Martha shit. Let's not talk about it.
I love Martha.
It upsets me.
Martha.
It upsets me.
That is a good plot point.
I think we talk about this every fucking week,
We
man.
do.
No.
I
can't.
There's a podcast. I forgot what podcast I listened to, and they talk about the plot points of Terminator before they even get to the actual plot. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Terminator? That's what it comes out to.
Well, listen. Now that you're talking Terminator, fucking yes. Then we can change the topic.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to Martha.
No, wait.
Ben Affleck.
No, wait. Listen.
Wait. Can you tell me something? Ben Affleck was a good Batman, though.
Ben Affleck was a good Batman.
I feel like out of all the Batmans we've had, besides Michael Keaton, he was very much what you figure Batman would be like. I don't know. I'm just saying. I want to throw it out there.
You know what?
And that costume was beast.
In the very beginning, when they first announced his name, all I could think about was Daredevil, and all I could think about was this motherfucker's gonna screw up Batman. And I think everybody thought the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Until we finally saw him in the cowl, and you know what? He looked the part.
Yep.
He really did look. I think he tried 101%. He tried, and you know what?
And it shows.
And it showed.
It showed. He wasn't. Look, the man hasn't been in that many movies as Batman, and yet he solidified a lot of people of what they think Batman should be.
Yeah.
That one scene from Batman v Superman where he's fighting like those 25, 30 guys in that warehouse.
Yeah, that was dope.
Holy crap.
That was dope. That's probably some of the best Batman fights
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. When I show like if my uncle or something, like someone comes over the house and they're like, "Oh, you have a 4K TV?" Like if it's now it's a novelty, it's not, you know.
Yeah.
I used to show him that scene because that scene looks so good.
Get on 4K.
Oh yeah, dude. And I had the unrated cut, so there's actually blood in that scene. There's a lot of like and like different things that like
it's
when
you little tiny spats.
Dude, but it makes the difference because it's very much broad Batman. But let's change the topic.
Let's go to Terminator.
To Terminator.
Okay.
Wait. I have to preface this. I haven't seen the movie, but I know everything about the movie because just like with Rise of Skywalker, I knew I couldn't avoid it, so I didn't care. So tell me. And as soon as I found out, I was like, this is bullshit. Why? Why?
Listen, you can say I am probably like one of the oldest Terminator fans. Like, seriously, like I was there. I went to the theater to see the original first one.
Yeah.
When Schwarzenegger was.
He barely spoke English.
Barely spoke English, and he was just the perfect Terminator. Like, that first movie is still the most epic movie. So anyway, going back to this movie that they just released, like, what the fuck am I watching? Seriously, it was straight hot trash.
It gets it. You know how like you said you get angry with like the Martha thing. There's people who swear by that. There's not one person that I can honestly say thinks that this movie is worth anyone's time.
It was hot trash, man. And the only reason why I saw it was because it was free.
How did you see it? Library?
No, it's not even on DVD yet. I don't think it anyway. No, one of my friends downloaded it off the torrent sites.
And he sent it to you? Okay.
They had it on my phone and, whatever.
Holy shit.
Just transferred it over to the TV and that's how I saw it. But let's put it like this.
Okay, Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And it made me, I have to say, I saw that one when I had to been like 6 or 7. And that movie was about 5, 6 or 7. It came out the year I was born, so I remember it's one of my favorite movies ever. I see it almost every year more than once. Yeah. Anytime it's on TV, I'll watch it. Robert, what's his name? Robert Kirkpatrick playing the T-8000, one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
Arnold was one of his best performances ever.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking. It's a classic. It's old,
dude. That scene. What is more iconic than the scene of him walking with the box of roses and then the shotgun comes out of the box?
The Terminator franchise is one of those franchises that they should have kept up with it. Anybody that's doing these movies should have said, you know what, these are iconic characters.
I want to know who signed off on this script, because James Cameron did not direct it, and I don't know why he didn't touch it, because we all know that he makes very good sequels.
Why didn't James? I thought he directed this movie.
No.
I thought he bought back the rights.
He got the rights back. He didn't buy it back. They gave him back because they lost the rights with Genesis. They lost the money or some shit like that. They gave him back, and this movie went in production like immediately, and I think that was the problem. But the guy who directed this movie is the guy who directed the first Deadpool.
Like, listen, they came... Okay, listen, look. Okay, so they take Linda Hamilton,
which everyone's excited for.
Who was a fucking hobo. She was a fucking hobo.
She really was.
She really was. Now, they put her through some extensive exercise program.
They made her look good.
They even put, like, one of my buddies was telling me before they
drawing.
No, I'm just tracing something here. Nothing, just tracing something that's...
Anyways, you can add stuff.
Yeah. I heard they gave her stem cell, like, some bullshit to enhance her skin, make her look like Linda Hamilton again.
She became viable.
Like, how do you bring this bitch back and do this hot trash of a fucking movie? And then, listen, 40 years of, I'm going to say 40 years, or maybe 35 years of Terminator continuity down the fucking trash.
In 2 seconds.
In 2 seconds, because that's what they did. For the life of me.
Who
right?
thought this was a good idea? That's what I said. When me and my wife bond over Godzilla, Terminator, kaiju movies, things like that.
Yeah.
So, me and her sat down to listen to like a spoiler review. Me and her looked at each other and was like, what the hell did we just hear? Okay, I don't give a shit. I never care about spoilers. If you guys care, fast forward this. So what, the first 10 minutes of the movie, they kill off John Connor?
The first 10 minutes, they bring her back, and I'm like, okay, this is going to look dope. I mean, okay, Oh yeah, but you're right. Yeah, they killed John Connor. How do you kill John Connor? The premise of the franchise.
How do they bring back Eddie Furlong back to kill him?
The premise of the movie is fucking save John Connor.
And they kill him, and then it's like none of that shit matters, right? That's
like,
what the movie basically is.
So this movie was supposed to erase 35. How do you erase 35 years?
I don't know. And what's weird is that they said like this is the ultimate. This is what Terminator 3 should have been. That's what they were advertising it. Remember? They were like, this is the movie that was supposed to after T2. This is supposed to be T3, the real T3.
Okay, now listen to me.
That makes no sense.
This movie would have made sense if there wasn't 35 years of continuity. 35 years worth of continuity. Like if there was a 1 and a 2, and then this third one. Yeah, it would have made sense. But how do you forget about the Sarah Chronicles? How do you forget about Genesis? How do you forget about all the other movies that came before?
How do you forget about 3? How do you forget about Salvation? How do you forget about, you know?
It's rough. You just can't forget about it because it's still embedded there. We went to the movie theater and we paid hot cash for this movies, you know?
And some of us even bought them to complete collections. I don't have Genesis, but I bought 3 and I bought Salvation.
Here's the other thing. For the life of me, Skynet was always one of these names that...
Skynet is God.
Exactly.
Skynet is God.
Skynet was always one of those things where, like, it's embedded in your memory brain. Mm-hmm. When you ask anybody in the street, you can stop any random Joe Schmo in the street right now. Mm-hmm. Yo, you know who Skynet is?
They know who Skynet is.
And they know who the fuck Skynet is.
Yeah.
But now you change Skynet and you said Skynet doesn't exist, but now it's the Legion? Like, what the fuck is the Legion?
He didn't... I guarantee you. They were like, this is the script for the movie. Fine. He didn't look at it because I'm pretty sure if he looked at it, why would he be like, this seems okay? Does any of this seem okay to you? Like if this was your baby, because not for nothing, James Cameron created Terminator. He directed the first movie, wrote the first movie, and directed the first movie.
He didn't read this shit.
He wrote the movie, the second movie, and the second movie, and directed the second movie. The man gave viability. Not just a horror movie, but make it into like an action horror movie with aliens. The second Aliens movie is directed by him. That's my favorite Aliens movie.
Hot trash, this movie.
And there's no way. He should be ashamed to put his name on this movie. Such a creative genius. He should be so ashamed.
You know what it is? He's fucking too busy thinking about Avatar.
And I guarantee you we'll all love Avatar when it comes out, though.
Motherfucker. Well, you know what? I don't know about...
Did you like Avatar when it first came out?
Okay.
When it first came out.
Okay, listen.
Think back.
When the first Avatar first came out, I went to go see it in the IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there and I enjoyed it. Yes, I loved Avatar. But think about it now. Is this going to take the same turn as Terminator? How long has it been? Has it been 20 years since the first Avatar?
No, not yet.
But it's close, right?
It's about 10 years.
Fuck is he waiting for? By the time that comes out, I'll be fucking like in my, you know.
By the time it comes out, I'm not going to care.
I don't, honestly.
You don't care now.
At this point, I don't even care anymore.
What's weird, but here's the thing. So his plan is that there's 4 or 5 other ones that he's filming back to back to back. And they're saying that's what's taking so long. And that he's waiting for technology to catch up with what he needs. Now, here's the thing. We talk shit about it now, but that's what he did for Titanic. He waited for technology to come after, Aliens? So that's almost like close to a 10-year stretch. Then he waited another 10 years and released Avatar. And I saw Avatar a couple nights ago. That movie still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably as good as the first Terminator movie. But then what happens now? They're going to give us some extra continuity that they're going to be like, you have to erase the first movie.
But here's the thing. He's directing it. And as far as we know, as far as I remember, after watching Avatar like 2 nights ago, like I said, Avatar doesn't have really a lot of lore to it.
He's probably pissed off that they released the Avengers Endgame.
Oh, I would be too.
To try to beat Avatar.
He thanked them though. Whatever. He's a good sport about it.
Listen, yeah, you have to. You don't have a choice. What are you gonna do?
Even though he has been in the past not a good sport. Not a good sport.
Can't walk away like Mel Gibson.
He totally could. He totally could. If there's anyone that could walk away, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, Martin Scorsese. Those 3 men. Those 3 directors could walk away, and they could leave for 10 years and come back and make a movie.
Scorsese's done in my books.
Really? Why?
That movie Irishman.
You didn't like it?
That shit was hot trash. Bro.
No, you're
hot
joking.
Hot trash.
No, there's no way. Irishman was very good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. You don't like mob movies? You don't like mob movies? What was your problem with it?
Listen, I love mob movies. I don't have a problem with it. I just think that The Irishman was 2.5 hours too long.
But what of his movies aren't like mad long though? It's like Quentin Tarantino's movies.
Listen,
Those movies are long.
I'd say that's another Quentin Tarantino movie. Listen,
Don't tell me no. You didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Hot trash.
No, you're crazy.
Hot trash.
What's that movie by what's his name that you like? By Michael Bay.
Oh,
you want more? You want more of those?
Yes.
Hell no. Junior? What's wrong with you?
Underground.
No, you're clearly stirring the pot for me.
No,
on
listen.
Purpose.
I watched 20 minutes of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
How?
And the first thing I said to myself was, what the fuck am I watching? These two dumb motherfuckers. And I think it was because Al Pacino screwed it up for me.
Why?
Al Pacino's just there, and he reminds me. I felt like I was watching Hoffa again.
Oh, you mean the other one? Yeah, I know. What
Irishman.
Yeah,
Because he was Hoffa. He was playing the same character.
Dude, it's like he was just such a small punto in that whole entire movie that doesn't matter. Dude,
I turned it off. Hot trash.
You're crazy.
I couldn't do it.
Dude, you missed one of the most craziest freaking endings ever.
What do you mean ending?
I'm telling you, dude, it's
trash.
No, you have to watch the movie because if I tell you the ending, it doesn't make sense because you need to watch the movie. The man was setting up that ending from the beginning scenes of that movie. And it is fucking both hilarious and awesome at the same time.
All I know is Leonardo.
And all it has to do with, I'll be perfectly clear. The ending has to do with Brad Pitt and that dog, and Leo with that flamethrower, and it is fucking cool.
Well,
it sells it, and you know what? And the reason why people love that movie, or I should say more like Hollywood loves that movie, is because it's straight up as Hollywood as it can get. There are people, because I heard an interview. There are people like Brad Pitt's character and Leo's character in Hollywood. People who are basically yes men and stuff like that, and that personality and that dynamic actually exists. It's deep, and if you don't really care about the ins and outs of Hollywood and things like that, I can see why you won't like it. But that ending's pretty fucking.
Yeah, cool. But you're trying to sell me a movie on the ending. I couldn't even get past the first 25 minutes.
I don't know why. I think the opening of that movie is very good, and I think that the way that they recaptured everything is pretty good, and the fact that Charlie Manson is not even that big.
Let
of
me ask you a
part.
question. What the fuck was the movie about anyway?
Huh?
You tell me, convince me. What was the movie about?
It's about the relationship between those two guys.
That's it.
It's about. It's a
relationship.
It's also about one stage of your life going to another stage of your life.
It's about so Brad
someone
Pitt,
like wait
Brad Pitt.
This is a perfect analogy. Someone like Nicolas Cage, who was at the top of his game, and then you either go crazy and do a bunch of movies and you're known as the crazy guy that does a bunch of movies, or you stick to doing one thing and become famous.
I see.
That's what it has to do with Leo. And like the dude that might be clearly unhinged, that's like your BFF. And there's a funny scene with a guy playing Bruce Lee. It's pretty good.
Hot trash.
Dude, I can't believe you. I can't deal with you right now.
Yeah. Hot trash.
I gotta talk to you about Donny Cates to redeem you right now.
That's what you're talking
I
about.
gotta talk to you about Donny Cates because I can't believe you said that about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and what was the other one we were talking about? Irishman, I get it. Not everyone's gonna like a 3-hour movie, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the man does no wrong. Tarantino does no wrong.
Trash.
Dude, did you like Inglourious Bastards?
I haven't seen it.
See? Did you like? Well, you like Django. Who doesn't?
I didn't see Django.
Do you like him at all, Junior?
I kind of feel like I fell off after Kill Bill.
Seriously? After Kill Bill?
After Kill Bill, that was the last.
So you didn't see Hateful Eight, you didn't see Django, you didn't see Inglourious Bastards, you didn't see. You saw only 20 minutes of this. So you didn't see any of those movies?
Listen, I loved Tarantino back in the early 90s, but some of the stuff that he's putting on now is kind of like dry. It's dry. Listen, I sat here and tried to watch the Hateful Eight, and
you didn't watch the extended cut, did you?
Listen, I caught like 40 minutes of it. I sat here waiting for it to get better,
dude.
And it's just these two guys in a fucking cow and some cowboy getup,
dude,
in a cart, no less, talking shit.
The man is a wordsmith. It's all about his dialogue, and it's about the way he directs the scene. And it always, For him, these last movies you go for Inglourious Basterds. Why I have to convince you? You're just stirring the pot, aren't you? Because I see you smiling and laughing.
Listen, it's because I think the reason why I'm hating is because the first 20 minutes of each of these movies is kind of like, what the fuck am I watching?
But it's all about the slow burn. That's why. What did I tell you before? I was like, if you
burn.
don't like the artsy movies, you're not gonna get it. Because here's the thing: it's the slow burn. Because when the ending happens, these mics are too much in the way. When the ending happens, you're like, what? Holy shit!
It's probably because maybe I'm just getting a little older and I'm not enjoying these. They gotta be like in your face.
I can't stand that anymore. I can't watch those movies.
Listen, I love an interesting drama. Mm-hmm. I love lots of movies, but some of the stuff that Tarantino's been putting out lately, just I don't know.
You said you liked the first page of my script, right? You got to thank Tarantino for that.
Okay.
There's a lot of me rewatching just his dialogue. It's human, very human.
Yeah, right.
And that's what makes his stuff. It makes his stuff think. If you sit there by yourself and watch it, you're like, holy shit, there's not. It's like if me and you have a conversation. It doesn't seem contrived. It doesn't seem like brought out. Like it felt, and that's what with the movie Color Out of Space. The dialogue was very good. Now Cage likes to go for it, as you know, especially with the way he'll say things like "okay" and things like that. But besides that, the dialogue is very real.
The last Cage movie I saw was I believe it was Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass 1.
He died in Kick-Ass 1, right?
1, yeah.
Wasn't there?
Would you consider that a do you consider that a Cage movie?
A what?
A Kick-Ass. Would you consider that
a Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't see why not. I mean, he played the dad,
but he's just one part. He played a good part.
It was an important part.
It was important. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
And that's what made.
Then that might have been the last Nicolas Cage movie I saw.
Well, that's what made the ending to Kick-Ass
viable,
like epic. Yeah. Like, little girl goes all out. She's like, "Fuck this."
Did you like the second movie?
I enjoyed both of them.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
I mean, even though people like bashed Jim Carrey,
I thought he was very good in that movie.
I thought he was excellent.
I thought he very much he reminded me of Nicolas Cage.
I think the problem with that movie was I think they executed the marketing wrong.
Yeah, they really did. That movie was a lot more violent than the first movie.
Yep.
But I felt like they tried to make it seem like this is the same movie again, and it wasn't.
No, it wasn't the same movie.
It wasn't. The movie was fantastic, but it's not the same movie.
I enjoyed it.
I love
could care less about the haters, man.
Me too.
So let's move on, man.
Me too. Okay, let's talk about. There's two things I need to. I was gonna put up a post on my Disney page, and I was like, I blame this guy for two things, and I was gonna post a picture of Donny Cates Thor, Die, and I forgot what other movie.
Blame who? Me?
Yeah, you. I was like, I blame you for two things.
I try to put you onto some goodness, man.
Thor, and there was something else. I can't remember. I gotta look through my pictures.
Die?
No, because
something else. Joe Hill?
No, because I turned you on to Joe Hill.
Lock and Key?
Oh! Division 2.
Oh.
Those are the two pictures. This is what I was going to post up. I was like, I blame this guy for two things. These were the pictures. This, and then this. I was either going to be back to back. I blame Colonel Frijoles for two things.
But that Division 2 is a really solid game, man.
And that's why I blame you for it, because it is very, very good.
I suppose you don't play a lot more of it.
I don't have time.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. Yeah. It's the schedule. I really don't have time, and by the time I'm trying to play at night, I'm exhausted. So I'm playing only an hour straight, and then I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
But like last night was a good example. Last night I played the Division in the morning.
Okay.
And that was the time because my baby was still asleep, and I got to play for like an hour and a half. And I was like, damn, that's good. I got to wake up. I went to the Toyota dealership, did all the shit I need to do. Later that night, I played for another hour, and I was like, man, if I want to watch this movie, I have to stop playing because I don't have no other choice. Yeah. So I stopped, watched The Color Out of Space, and I was like, damn, I need to get my mind somewhere else after watching this movie.
Nah, Division 2 will definitely
It's a good. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of the heyday of the first Destiny, where you could play it. You don't have to really focus on it. You play. You grind what you want to grind, and then you get the hell out.
Yeah,
I love it.
Just those skills, the kill sets, man.
Dude, I'm only level 5. And
that's it.
Dude, I've only played the game for 2 days. That's it.
Oh, all right.
I've only played it for 2 days. I didn't even play the night that I got it.
Man, last night I was on, right, and I was on the.
I'm almost. You said you wanted to stream, and I was like, I'm almost embarrassed to stream with you because I'm such a low level. It's not even funny.
Yeah, you know what? It'd be a slow burn. Like last night, me and Lenny and Travis, we did the Coney Island map of that map part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we annihilated that shit. Like those motherfuckers didn't stand a chance.
Nice.
But then again, we were just doing the story mode. But then we were like, yo, we gotta come back and do it on hard. That's where the better drops are at.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out a little bit of this stuff. I just figured out a little bit of the cache, the upgrades and shit like that, and when you get little things and the little the specials like the mines and stuff where you get thrown on the floor and
that stuff is cool. All the skill sets,
that's what I'm just learning now.
It'll take you a bit to learn it. Once you learn it, you'll master it.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out like kind of the flow of the game a little bit. But it reminds me a lot of Soulcom. Did you play Soulcom back in the day?
PlayStation 2, no, I didn't get. My son played Soulcom.
Yeah, it's very much like Soulcom.
He enjoyed the hell out of that game.
Yeah, that game was dope. That was one of my first. That was the reason why I bought the back. You know, that big fat thing for the PS2.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Your Final Fantasy machine?
Yep, I had it.
That's why I bought it, was for Soulcom. Soulcom was awesome.
Yeah, that thing was built for online gaming. They already knew what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they just didn't know how to put it in one box yet.
Yeah.
But I love the Division. I think it's an excellent game, and even better when you're only paying $5 for it.
Yeah.
If anyone out there who's playing games, who plays like PlayStation, Xbox, it is very much worth your time. The storyline is a storyline. It's not like super interesting, but the gameplay itself, the mechanics, how easily it flows, the actual like lock-on targets and stuff, the weapons is super interesting. Question: when do you start modding your weapons?
You can start modding your weapons. I believe right after level 30.
Damn, I got a way to go.
Yeah, you got a ways.
And like, I got lost. I'm just playing in DC.
Do you even know the premise of the game? Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
So I know. I didn't play much of it, but because I know what to play with. But
yeah. Well, you have the first one on PlayStation?
Yes. I still have my copy actually. It was on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So, question: do you need? I might have my copy. Do you need the first game to play the Coney Island stuff? Because I know the first game's in New York. No.
Nah. So the premise of the game is okay. When you play the first Division, you got this virus that gets unleashed in New York.
Yeah, and it makes it World War III basically.
Yeah, it's like a zombie apocalypse out there, and it will spread through the banks. You know, they put the virus, they rub it on the money, and the money goes to everybody, and it gets handed out. But whatever, you know. So New York gets destroyed, and your first mission is in New York. So you know, whatever. Once you get past the first game, second game comes out. Now you're in Washington D.C. But this is a whole separate division. Like there's a division in New York, and then you got a division in Washington D.C.
And that's the what you're playing now.
I'm at the end game where like you get past they have what they call the year one pass. Yeah. So you do Coney Island, you do Pentagon, and you know you do 2 other areas that kind of clear the year one pass.
What level are you?
30 tier 5.
Damn.
Gear set 500. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty much at raid level. I just gotta find. I'm trying to build a raid. You need 8 people for the raid. I have like 2 exotics.
God, it reminds me so much of Destiny.
Yeah, man. I got the Chatterbox is probably the best, SMG in the game right now. And the hands are exotics, which is probably the best.
I'm surprised you didn't get into Destiny. This is because I was playing this last night, and I was like, this is very much Destiny.
I was into Destiny 1 hard. I mean, me and Lenny were playing that game hard. Problem with Destiny was, as soon as Destiny 2 came out, like, it should have been...
They nuked that game. They destroyed that game. That's the problem.
It should have been a DLC. It shouldn't have been a brand new game. Like, they should have kept the original characters and just say, okay, we're going to level 50. Yeah. Take your level 30 character and take them to 50. Or take them to 40 and then 50. Yeah. But, but to build a whole new game just didn't make any sense, and we just dropped it.
Well, that's what they're doing with this game, with Division, too. Because Division 1 and Division 2, they both came off a little soft. Just like Destiny, I feel like. Yeah. And then, as soon as they got their audience, the game, went really, really hardcore and stuff like that. But I was reading that Division 2, they said that there's not going to be no Division 3. From here, it's just straight DLCs. it will always be DLCs.
I don't know. I beg to differ. I mean,
you don't think so?
I feel like, well, if there is a Division 3, I'm glad there's not. I mean, if they do, fine. But if they make it into a DLC, okay. So when you finally get to Endgame,
like seasons, that's what they were saying.
Yeah,
that's what I was reading. That they said that if there is a Division 3, which it doesn't sound like it because it sounds like they're just building, like what's the next? The new one is called Warlords of New York or something.
Warlords of New York takes you back from Washington back to New York. Because what happened was in the first game, the original Division agents are now rogue.
That makes sense.
And as the division, as the second team in division from Washington D.C., now you got to go back and take these guys out.
Okay.
And that's what I want to do.
Okay, so I think it sounds like they're just going to keep building on this game. But what were you saying before with Division 3?
Well, you got to take out Kenner, whatever the guy's name is. He's the one that has his own elite warlords, I guess, from New York. But I feel like there's somebody bigger than him. Yeah. Which, of course, that's always the case because there's always somebody bigger.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there's always a boss to a boss to a boss.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like if there's going to be a Division 3, he's going to be the boss.
Yeah.
You know, unless they, like you said, they're going to patch it up with a season or something, and then it would make sense, and you don't have to go into buy another disc.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they're going to keep building unless... Well, we're going to see with PlayStation 5 and Xbox... What's it called? Xbox Series X? That's what the new system is called?
I don't know, man. I'm excited, man.
Huh?
I'm excited. Today, we're taping. Today's Sunday.
Yeah.
We get Monday.
Yeah.
And Warlords launches Tuesday.
Yeah, I won't be anywhere near that.
I'm excited, man. I actually want to go buy it and just wait for the download.
And just sit there and
just sit there and wait. Yeah, I'm ready, man.
You got into it real hard. When you bought it in Christmas, right?
Back in November, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game was $12, and I tell you the truth, it's probably the best fucking $12
you've ever spent in a long time.
I've ever spent in a long time.
Good. Has wifey played it yet or no?
No, she's not into that. She watches me play it.
Yeah. My wife was like, it reminds me of Call of Duty. I was like, don't ever call it that. Yeah, don't ever call it that.
It's definitely not Call of Duty.
I was like, it looks like I was like, don't call it. This is real tactical shit here.
It does get tactical.
Yeah, like I'm already planning out like my moves. Watch, as soon as I upgrade, I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with. It's gonna be Destiny all over again.
All right, just remember that's what
I'm gonna create my clan, but it's gonna take me 20 years to do it.
I've had James log on, and he just, I don't know, man, he's slacking.
What level is he?
I think he's level 28, I think, or 29. Okay. He's there. He's getting there. We're just saying he's slacking because he's just, his new dog,
Yeah. Logan.
His new dog, Logan. He's got to take him to the bathroom. He's got to put him to sleep. He's got to give him water. He's got to give him food. It's like, yo, bro, what about Division? My dog has to go to the bathroom.
My dog is Division.
My dog. I was like, all right, bro, relax. It's going to be okay.
What was I going to say? Had to do a Division. Nope, came and left.
Don't think too hard. But listen, if anybody out there is on PlayStation 4 and wants to
call the arms
and wants to get called,
there we go. But yeah, I got it. Go.
No, I was just gonna say, you can find me on Frijoles 72, and that's Frijolez 72.
Again?
Yep. You want to hear it again?
Yeah, say it again.
Oh, Frijoles 72. Frijolez.
Yeah.
72. Just hit me up.
I feel like you're doing a call to arms and you don't know what you're asking.
Listen. I'm ready for a raid. If anybody's missing that 8th person, man, just hit me up.
Watch. I'm telling you. I don't know if it's possible. I hit up my old Destiny crew when I got this game. After I played day 2 and I was like, this game is dope.
All right.
And I was like, you guys ready to recreate the clan called the Demon's Whisper? That's what we were called, the Demon's Whisper.
Demon's Whisper?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I was like, you ready to be... I was like... But if you remember in Destiny, it was like literally like you could have a three-player like raid if you want. You need 8 to really go through it, but like you can have a clan of 3. And we did. Literally everyone... I was a fucking tank. I was a Titan. I had a Hunter, and I had we had a Warlock. All my boys, and I hit up one of them, and I was like, dude, it's $5. $5. He's like, yeah, but that first game was shit. We were playing, and I was like, yeah, but it's gotten better, actually.
That shit is free now.
Yeah. Well, that first game...
I just downloaded it for free on the Xbox.
It's gotten better.
Yeah.
Because they had to patch the shit out of that game. When I played that first game, that game was rough.
Division was $3. I downloaded it on the
you?
Xbox. Hey, my Xbox is dusty, but I haven't played it. But for $3,
Yeah, for $3.
yeah, why
I'm
not?
sure.
I'll put it on.
Yeah, like I said, that first game, it's gotten better now. I'm sure. I haven't played it, but that's why I was like, I can't. When you said that you were playing it and it's good, I was like, they must have fixed this game, because the game was not. It was very rough. Let's talk Donnie Cates.
Donnie Cates.
Donnie fucking Cates. Sir Cates.
Shit. What can you say about this, man, that hasn't, like, what the fuck? Thor, man.
Thor, he made me love Thor. He made me love Thor. That, I went to the Digistore, saw that Thor action figure, I was like, I might need this.
Listen, I don't even fucking read Thor. I don't collect Thor.
I've never collected Thor. Only, like I said, only the Stan Lee stuff, because
I'm reading backwards now. Backwards.
I can't believe that.
Because now I gotta catch up.
So did you finish King Thor?
I'm on issue 2.
Okay.
Only because I'm reading it here at work, and I'm having a rough time reading it at work. Somebody comes in, I gotta put the book down. Mm-hmm. Somebody comes in, I gotta put the book down. But the art's fantastic.
Yeah, what's his name?
The writing is awesome.
Jason Aaron, man.
You know, I didn't realize that Jason Aaron was also writing something called Sea of Stars or something.
Yeah, I read the first book. I haven't read the rest of them. The first book is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I like I said, he's one of my favorite writers of recent. But that one was okay. Like I said, if you want to read something good by him, the book I got you for Christmas, Southern Bastards. I cannot recommend that enough.
I'm gonna check that out.
It is really, really good.
I have it on my shelf. I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, you're gonna go through it like that.
All right.
And I was like, oh my god. I read that when they had only 2 volumes. I was biting at the bit when they were doing like volume 3. I was waiting for all the issues to come out. I was like, I'm just gonna binge it, because you can't read that book one issue at a time, because you're like, now what? It reminds me of Thor. That Southern Bastards reminds me of Thor. Where now me and you are just reading it one issue at a time, because it's just coming out. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I want a whole trade just so I can go through 5 issues straight.
Without a doubt, man.
I might do it again. I might read it again. I was thinking about it.
I have trouble rereading some books, but Thor I've read twice.
You know who reminds me of his writing? Jeph Loeb. He reminds me of Jeph Loeb.
Jeph Loeb was still is a great writer. I don't follow him as much like I used to.
He doesn't write any much anymore, but
yeah,
he was the producer of the Daredevil show.
Okay.
Hence why the Daredevil show was fucking good.
Yeah.
But that's what I read the last issue of Silver Surfer Black.
Okay.
Because I had a Donnie Cates itch.
Okay.
Jr. I read that last issue of Thor. Remember I told you? I was like, I read issue 3 of Thor. Holy shit. I was having an itch like for 2-3 days. I was like, I need to read more Thor or something. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that last issue of Silver Surfer Black. I like the ending. I don't know. I kind of slogged through that book. I fell asleep reading it.
You got to read the whole thing from the beginning. I mean, the Silver Surfer Black is really awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like the art was fantastic.
Yeah.
And
the art was great.
You know, with Ego, the living planet, at the end, blasting the shit out of what's his name, Clone.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, that's pretty cool. But it's the internal monologue that kind of gets me. Like it was a little too much. I think he went too much in the weeds. He didn't do like how Thor is like. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty good, and I like the look of that black costume. The black costume is awesome.
Yeah, Surfer Black. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You tired, Colonel? I see you. I was the one falling asleep.
I walked up in here ready to let's talk shit, man. And now I'm kind of like, oh man, we must we must keep going, man.
Let's venture on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's one of those days where you're just winding down.
Nah, it is. But yeah, but anyway, we gotta keep our listeners still
entertained,
and intrigued.
Yes.
Forget about real life. Listen. Donnie Cates Thor. Okay. Fucking Thor. When I first opened up this book, I was like, yo, this is fucking awesome. It opens up with the hammer and it's flying.
That was a good bit.
And he's narrating.
That bit, I felt like I was like, oh my god, this could have took place in the first Avengers movie. The way that looked, didn't it?
It could have, yeah.
The way exactly that he threw it and he was like, enjoy your retirement and stuff like that.
The hammer bashed through that monster's face. Iron Man is like, yes, yo, who's got a Sharpie?
Yeah, that's just pretty funny. Who got a Sharpie?
That was dope, man.
Dude, I like the way the hammer looks like.
Yes.
Not the Herald hammer.
Yeah.
When it's just Thor, you notice that's like it's a wooden, like almost like a pike or something like that. It's awesome.
Some sick stuff, man. I mean, just the fact that Galactus comes to Thor's aid,
Arm missing.
with an arm missing, like, yo, I need your help. And I'm like, what the fuck? Galactus, devourer of planets, needs Thor's help? It's like, what the fuck is this? Makes him a herald.
That's awesome. I did not expect that ending. And if you remember clearly, you were like, you need to read this book. And the first thing I said is like, I don't like the way that they made him look. That's the first thing I said. I don't like this look they made him. I want Grizzly Thor. I want him to look badass. And at the end, I was like, I need a Thor figure that looks just like that.
I need a Thor figure
that looks just like that.
I'm gonna definitely pick up a Thor figure. I mean,
They have to.
Herald Thor. Yeah, I'm sure they'll make one.
They just only released a Ghost Rider one, right?
Nah, Ghost Rider figures are always around.
No, the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
That's new, right?
Yeah, I got that pre-ordered at the Big Bag Toys.
I finally looked up because there's no way I'm gonna read through Thanos Wins, and I have Cosmic Ghost Rider, so I'm reading through that.
How many issues is that? 12 or 6?
Cosmic Ghost Rider? 5.
5?
5.
Okay. Donnie Cates wrote it.
Yes. Thanos Wins is like 12 or 22.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a long book. I'm not going through all that, but I know the backstory of. Do you know the backstory of Cosmic Ghost Rider? What happened and shit like that?
Something with a deal with the Punisher. He makes a deal with the devil. Says, I'll do your bidding or whatever. Some nonsense. Matter of fact, I have it queued on my app.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So no, because I looked it up because I saw a video on it. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of the Thanos books, called Thanos Wins,
Okay.
is that Thanos got super powered. He's like he's went beyond the Infinity Gauntlet, and he wipes out Earth to the point where, like there's only one last man standing, and that last man turns out to be Frank Castle. Yeah. So Frank Castle was like, in his last moments of living, oh, give me a power that will allow me to kill Thanos, anything, something, somehow. And then Mephisto pops up, and Mephisto's like, I will give you the power of the Ghost Rider for you to
Really?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, you will be the perfect, because you are nothing but vengeance, so you will make the perfect spirit of vengeance.
That makes sense.
Right? That makes sense. Donny Cates was that I was like, plausible. So he makes him into just, and I saw a picture of him. When you see him, you're going to be like, fuck, this is badass.
All right.
Ghost Rider Punisher. Not Cosmic, Ghost Rider Punisher.
Ghost Rider Punisher.
Mm-hmm. When he comes back to Earth, everyone's dead, and he's the only man alive on Earth.
That's crazy.
And he's alive on Earth for thousands of years. And that's where Cosmic Ghost Rider starts. Is that after thousands of years of some shit, Galactus comes to Earth and stuff like that, and he's looking for help. Looking for anyone for help, just like with the Herald. Lock and Key. I was going to read that.
I have it on my queue. Yeah.
Some of it's good. Some of it's very good. So you're on book 2 of Lock and Key?
I'm trying to acquire the book now. Cause I borrow it from the library.
We could talk Lock and Key real quick too. But anyways, let me quickly do it. So then Galactus comes over, he's looking for help, and he makes, long story short, he makes Frank Castle, Ghost Rider, into Cosmic Ghost Rider as his herald.
Okay.
And that's how it happens. And then there's a whole storyline with him and Thanos. I'm not going to...
I'm downloading it right now. Lock and Key, Volume 2.
Nice. So what do you think of Lock and Key? Now let's jump real quick because I'm running out of time a little bit. But
Lock and Key is the shit.
Okay.
If nobody's watching it, you gotta tune in to it.
Fine.
See, now I woke up.
Finally, I've been trying to knock you with Joe Hill for years, man. I was like, you gotta read Joe Hill. Okay, so I only read the first volume, Lock and Key, because there's just so much shit to read. So I never just went forward with it.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. That first volume, what'd you think of that opening scene with the 2 kids with the gun? With the first volume, what'd you think? That was nuts, right?
Of what, Lock and Key?
Yeah. Like the book compared to the show. The show is very tame compared to the book.
I only watched the show first, and then I realized that, whoa, what the fuck? This is written. This is it took me a while to realize that Joe Hill was related to Stephen King.
Okay.
But as I'm watching, I watched episodes 1, 2, and 3. When I got to the part where this bitch kicks the kid into the subway, I said, holy fuck, I can't continue. Wifey's going to want to watch this. So when she came home, I said, babe, I said, you gotta watch this with me. And she's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna rewind all these. We're gonna start from episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the first episode, then we're gonna binge it. It's like 8 episodes.
Yeah, sure.
And as we got into like back to the scene, we finally that Sunday night we're watching it, and I tell her, this is the scene right here that made me stop it because I need you to enjoy it, cause it was just madness.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I googled the writer. This is Joe Hill. I said, and when I looked at the photo, I'm like, why does this guy look like Stephen King? Me and my wife looked at each other and we googled him. I was like, what the fuck? This guy is Stephen King's son.
Yeah, man.
I was like, holy shit.
I kept telling you that's the son of the king, and you're like, son of the king. I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, dude, it's Stephen King's son.
Bananas,
dude. Yeah, the show compared to the actual book, it's the show is tame, because that book is bonkers. You know that from the first what's it called? From the first volume alone, with the chick in the well. What's her name again?
The chick in the well. The chick I was just telling you about.
Yeah, what's her name?
Dodge.
Dodge. There we go.
Dodge is dope.
Dodge is.
I follow her on Instagram right now.
Oh, the actress.
She's sexy.
I knew that's what you were gonna say, dude. Yes, but Dodge is awesome. Dodge goes batshit cuckoo bananas. What is that? Oh, you got that? You borrowing it? That is, very nice. What else you got there?
I can only borrow 5 titles at a time from the library.
That sucks.
I know. I gotta wait.
And do you have like time? Like you have to read it in a certain amount of time, then they give.
No, they give you 30 days.
That's not a lot of time though when you think about it.
But I'm a rush to this.
Yeah.
I want to read this.
That's volume 1 of Jason Aaron's stuff.
Yep, 1 through 6.
1 through 6, not bad.
Yeah, 1 through 4, and then 5 through 6.
That's not bad. Jason Aaron is a good writer, and his story is very good.
I thought about picking up the trade to this, and then I was like, might as well just rent it. I'm gonna read it on the iPad because when you read it here, then you gotta enlarge the pictures. And
You can't double tap. Like you don't have the view.
this is like
That's the library app.
yeah,
That's
it's a library app.
Dude, well, for Comixology, you could do a subscription for like.
Yeah, but you gotta buy it.
But it's $4.99 a month, and there's like they have a whole library of stuff that you could buy.
Wait, so for $4.99 a month, $5 a month.
You could borrow a bunch of shit. Yeah, dude, I'll show you it later. Hold on. Comixology, I think. We gotta pause.
I just borrowed. What do you want to do?
We can let's continue. I was gonna leave at like 7:40.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like 7:30 now.
Yeah, we'll leave at 7:40. Another 10 minutes.
All right.
I forgot where we left off.
What were we talking? We were talking Jason Aaron.
Talking Jason Aaron.
Talking Joe Hill.
Oh, well, Joe Hill and stuff like that.
Lock and Key.
Lock and Key.
Talking about how sexy Dodge is.
Yeah. What's the actress name?
Dodge's real name?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
You saw it, right? The
yeah,
recent,
I saw it when it
the little boy who plays Bode. That's Georgie.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't recognize him?
No.
That's the kid who got his arm ripped off in the beginning of the movie.
Layla something.
Layla something?
Yeah, that's her here.
Yeah, I know.
She's alright. I mean, I know I say she's sexy and everything, but she's alright.
I liked her as Bode. I liked her as Dodge.
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. Mm-hmm. I follow her on Instagram.
So what do you think of the keys? The mind key.
Oh, that whole thing is dope, man.
Yo, the ghost key. Dude, in the book, because obviously I read the first volume way before the show came out, when his body like evaporates out of his body after he does it, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep. It's crazy.
Dude,
it's bananas.
Yeah, it is bananas. It's a good show. It's very, very good. Good show, good book. I don't know, sir. You winding down.
Me? No, I was just looking at Layla.
You looking at Layla?
Dodge. That's alright. It's just she's alright. She's too skinny for me anyway.
Within less than an hour, you've went from she's sexy to she's okay. She's too skinny.
She's alright.
I like skinny girls. Let me see. So what? Okay, now that I saw that picture real quick of Hella Risen 3, let's do some quick. I can't believe you bit the carrot of Punchline, man.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't gonna jump on the Punchline bandwagon. So it went like this.
Yeah. Explain everyone who's Punchline for the meantime.
Punchline is the Joker's new girlfriend,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote. I mean, we really don't know what the real picture is with Punchline, but you know, the deal with her really is Harley Quinn's out of the picture.
Yes.
She's like, I don't want to be the Joker no more. I want to do my own thing. I want to fly solo.
Birds of prey.
You know, birds of prey or whatever. So Joker's like, well, I'm the fucking kingpin of crime.
Yeah.
How can I possibly be solo? So I mean, but let me explain something.
Is that what you got from Hell Arisen, or is that just?
I haven't gotten anything. I haven't read the book yet.
Wow.
I just picked up the book yesterday.
Oh boy.
Because what happened was, okay, listen, the book came out Wednesday.
Yeah.
And on my pull list,
I'm surprised Chuck came through with that.
well, here's the thing. Like when I text Chuck a week ago on the email pull list.
Yeah.
I was noticing that he was catching some heat, and I was like, well, I emailed Chuck. It was the only book on my pull list. There must have been about 40 new titles coming out that week.
Yeah.
The only email I sent it was Hell Risen 3. And I said, you know what? If he gets me a copy, fine. If not, fuck it.
Yeah.
So I'm at work Wednesday. I thought about calling him. I said, nah, I'm looking at all the Instagram and all the bullshit that's going on.
Of just one panel of
Exactly.
her mouth, right? That's all it is, right?
People were losing their mind, their shit. That's why I really didn't care. So come Thursday, I'm still looking at Instagram and reading all this bullshit on Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck ever, man. Friday comes around, I'm like, should I stop at Chuck's to see if he got me a copy? Because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
So then after work yesterday, he wasn't there. So I was like, all right. I said, let me see my pull list. So I got the guy's working behind the counter, gives me my bag. I don't got much in there. Some couple of titles that I've been picking up here and there.
Yeah.
I'm looking. And I went in there. You know how when you go to a movie and you have the lowest expectations?
Yeah.
I'm looking through my pull list with the lowest expectations. Long and behold, Hell Risen 3.
Crisp, too.
Oh, crisp.
I saw it. I was like, damn, that's crisp.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, what the fuck? I said, Chuck got me a copy. But let me tell you something. He's got like 20 copies of Hell Risen 1, 20 copies of Hell Risen 2, but there's nothing on the shelf for Hell Risen 3.
Of course not, because everyone...
So I'm sure by the time he got my email, I'm sure he had a whole mess of them.
Yeah.
But, people were going crazy, so they bought them out.
Yeah.
At least I'm assuming that's what they did.
I'm pretty sure when he got your... When did you email him?
A week ago.
Oh, so he probably was like...
So if the book came out Wednesday... I emailed him probably like the Friday before that week.
He definitely like had a big stack and put yours to the side, and everyone else just went bananas on that.
Yeah.
On this character that we barely know what she even looks like.
I only wanted the one copy. I mean, I thought about you can go crazy, get 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. But listen, it's not like I sell my books.
If I cared that much, I would have texted you and been like, hey, do you think Chuck has a copy? Because in reality, like I said, I could care less. But I am getting that her origin story is supposed to be in the Joker 80th anniversary issue, which I don't know. Do you follow Greg Capullo?
Yeah, I follow him.
Okay, he posted a picture of his cover, which is going to be the main cover for the book.
Dude, which book?
For Joker 80th anniversary.
Okay, yeah.
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. He went Batman anime series style. Yeah, go check it out now while you're on Instagram. Check it out. Are you looking at what's his name's book? David Dan Duchovny, whatever. Dimensional Monster Lady book. You know what I'm talking about? That guy.
You know what it was? Count Crowley.
Yes.
I follow him now on. This is Dust Malchin, right?
Dave DeMulchin, yes.
Okay, Dave DeMulchin.
Do you recognize him at all?
I recognize him, but I don't know from where.
Okay, you ready? Ready for me to blow your mind?
Okay.
He's an actor.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know from where.
Do you remember Dark Knight? The guy that Harvey Dent intimidates in the alley before he's actually...
Really?
That's him.
But this fucking guy can write.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not, like I said, like I texted you, I said, I'm not big on the horror comedy stuff, but he's actually very good because I've read his stuff.
But this comic is not like comedy.
It's a little too funny for me.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
No, like, I can understand that, but like, for me, it's too haha for me. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what I enjoy? The artwork is catchy. I mean, but by the way, we're talking about Count Crowley.
Yeah. He went to Comic-Con last year, like, announcing the book, and he had a chick dressed up as her and shit like that.
Really?
He went all in. He was... Because, dude, technically, he's just an actor. And then he was in Ant-Man. He was one of the friends in Ant-Man. He was like the
Really?
Russian dude in Ant-Man. He's like a character actor. He doesn't play. He was on Gotham. He plays like those parts and stuff like that.
All right.
Rumor is he's supposed to be playing a Batman villain for the next Batman movie.
Whatever it is, I'm enjoying it. Like, I really enjoyed the work. Like, so basically, this Count Crowley is just some bitch who's down and out, and she's an alcoholic. Who's had multiple jobs that her brother has tried to get her.
Yeah.
You know, but she still fails. She's behind on the rent, on the bills, on everything. And finally, you know, her brother works for like a radio station, and they do like this nighttime like horror thing at night, at midnight.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like a narrator or whatever. You know, whatever. There was like a narrator spot that opened up.
He said he based it on like Elvira and like on
I enjoyed it.
what's that guy's name? Svengoolie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I actually enjoyed it. I like stuff like this.
And, yeah. I like I said, it's just not my taste. It looks fine.
Yeah.
It's just not my taste. And you've read what, the first 6? He's done, right?
No, it's a 4-issue miniseries.
Okay, so do you think he's coming back? Is that the ending?
No, I hope he comes back with more. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Well, what publisher? Dark Horse or Image? Because
I think it was Dark Horse. Yeah, I think
the art looks good though.
I really enjoyed the art.
How is it action wise? Is it a lot of action? Or?
Action wise, it's pretty intense.
Okay.
There's enough action to keep you flipping through the pages.
Okay.
It's more like suspense. Think of it like Scooby Doo.
Okay. You know, I'll pick it at. For me, that's like, you know how you say like trade. You know, like like this one is a trade pickup.
Yeah, pick it up as a trade. You don't have to run out. The reason why I enjoyed the covers was because the covers were, I don't know, I enjoyed the first one was a painted cover, and the fourth one has Frankenstein in it.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I sent you all 4 covers.
I think you have, yes.
Yeah.
You totally have. I'm gonna look on my phone.
I enjoyed it.
What the hell is wrong with this? Jesus Christ. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is it for me.
That's cool. It's gotten worse.
Yeah, I guess so. Seriously? Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. What happened? Yeah. Yeah. So where is it? Is it on her chin or on her lip? Under her lip. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'll be on my way soon, okay? So the little round, like soon, like I'm wrapping up. Alright, that's fine. Alright, bye. I'm sorry about that, sir.
No, that's fine, man. Shit happens, man.
Yeah. Oh shit, today's March 1st.
Yup. Go figure.
Yeah, I save the episodes by dates. On the computer, so I could remember when we did what. Yeah, the book, that book looks pretty good, Dave. This Rolster's book. Yeah, he was announcing it at Comic-Con, and he made a big deal about it. I think it's because it's his first like big kind of foray into stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I heard he wanted to make a TV series out of it. Do you think he'll make a good TV series?
On which one?
That book, Count Crowley.
You know what? Honestly, you're right. It reminded me of the old talk shows from back then, like Chiller Theater.
Yeah.
Because that's what.